Welcome everyone to another episode of Time for BL. This is the podcast where we review movies, TV shows, novels, and comics, all in the boys love genre. I really wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make this episode today. I wasn't sure. And I am. Yes. So, more like I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to watch episode 2 of Between Us today. But I am. But yes, it's episode 2 of Between Us. You know, all this time I didn't realize it said NC-17 for the rating for this show. Woo! This is not a kid's show. Neither was Until We Meet Again. It started off with a pow, a bang. Anyway, let's get to episode 2 of Between Us. So in the first episode where we ended was our boys winning team getting it on like Donkey Kong while they are on the swimming field trip. So, and also like all of us as fans who've seen Until We Meet Again, we know at this point Parm and Dean have met and had a conversation, and at first I was like, why aren't they showing us? Then I realized Yacht's character in Until We Meet Again would have been in that shot. In this show, they would have had to reshoot it, basically, them meeting, because Yacht's character in this one, he drove on his own and met everyone at the resort. That's why they didn't show it. And I'm like, why? I wish they showed it. Wish they showed it. But yeah, let's go. Let's get episode 2 of Between Us and get some more Dean and Parm and Win and Team and all the other couples that are there. But let's tell the truth. We're here for Win Team and Dean Parm. Mostly Win Team, because Dean Parm already had their spot in the light. All right, episode 2, let's go. I love how we all like have a consensus that this is the sexiest consent scene with him asking the questions, like all up in his face, by the way. Like he's like, my face against yours. You in a relationship? Are you drunk? No, that wasn't one of the questions. I gotta go back to remember the questions. But you in a relationship? Who am I? Where are you? Well, the last one was who am I? It's like, all right, yeah, let me throw you on that bed. Like that is all we needed, sir. That is all we needed. That shirt annoyed me during like they're both going over what happened that night and everything. They're having their own little moment to themselves, thinking about everything. Team is trying to tell himself, you know, it's nothing to feel guilty about. Like, you know, it was just a one night stand, move on from it, that kind of deal. We're about to see what Win is going through. But that shirt during that entire scene annoyed me because every time Pran would drop it, and then it would appear in his hand. And then he'd drop it, and then it would appear back in his hand. And I'm like, someone couldn't make a final decision with that shirt and just shoot the scene fully with the shirt all the way through and tell him exactly where to drop it? Because that shirt keeps disappearing and reappearing. You're telling me he stopped to pick it up to finish it? To finish his makeup session? Like, what? I forgot to mention, I did like that they were reusing some of the music from Until We Meet while the opening plays. I did like that they were reusing some of the music from Until We Meet Again. I did like that. I just need to listen again to see if they changed it in any way, because I think that would be a good idea. Like, keep the music, yes, but like alter it a bit to be for Between Us, just to give it something different, if that makes sense. I hope they do that, because that would be awesome. Like, it could be the same little background music, but just something different that you haven't heard in that song before, to really like show that it's something new. And just as I say that, the song is playing dun 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 dun, dun. That one, like, what could have been done to make this a little bit different? Like, change the speed, change something, like, I don't know. why not no women on this swim team? I'm like, I've been thinking about it. I was like, I've never mentioned it, but why is it an all male swim team? Do women just not swim at this college, or is it like two separate teams? They have the women's team and the men's team, and we're only seeing the men's team. Well, what happened to the women's team? Why Win getting mad that team had a cold? Like, all right, so he like, he just gets mad so easily. Like, clean up your cut yourself. Why are you putting water on your head at night? You're gonna get cold. Try it. Just try it. You'll be fine. What do you mean he has a cold? Like, why is he so angry all the time? Oh my god. Win really just comes off as mean when he does that. It's like, dude, calm down. It's not that serious. And it also is kind of weird, only because he is so, like, he's just kind of a chill guy in Until We Meet Again. And this one, seeing him be like, what do you mean he's sick? Like, he has a cold. like it's like, where did that come from, sir? The way he speaks to Win changes. Like, this is the first time he's seen Win, or he's talking, they show him talking to Win since what had happened. What had happened was they slept together. And, you know, before he was very like, yes, P, no P, like all that stuff. In bed, he was like, yeah. And now he's just like, what are you doing here? Okay, nothing's wrong with me. You can leave. Like, he like, before he's very like, yes, sir. Okay, sir. Like, he has stopped the formalities. He's like, we went to bed and I don't need to be nice to you no more. Like, they have just completely shifted. I forgot to talk about A, B, and C. So when I saw A, B, and C, I was focused on B and C because I was like, oh, weren't they both in My Only 12%? Someone pointed out that the actor who plays B was actually in Dear Doctor. And I was like, oh yeah, him. I remember him now. And C, he was definitely in My Only 12%. But then I saw all the hate on Art, which I've seen some hate on Art before. And I'm like, screw you. Like, seriously, if your hate on Art is he outed someone and you're ignoring the fact that his goal wasn't to out someone, his goal was to out their behavior, which happened to be connected to that, you're focused on the wrong thing. Like, he's talking about a behavior that was done against him, which was wrong. Like, they both did what they did, they both said what they said, and seriously, move on. They've moved on. Let's move on now. Let's continue. And I'm happy for Art. I'm glad he has whatever he's going on, whatever deal he has going on with Studio Wabi Sabi. I'm waiting for all the episodes for Till the World Ends to upload, and then I'm just gonna do a binge watch of that because I'm not planning on doing an episode by episode for that. So I'm just gonna do a full binge watch of that. And I'm happy for Art. You know, do your thing, do your career. You know, and also, Mew's good. The man has a singing career now. Move on. He's not gonna pick you. He's not gonna pick you. You can stop trying to like hold up a torch for him. He's good. He's good. The man is good. All right. But also, how the hell did I not recognize Art? I didn't even notice Art because I was so focused on the other two actors that when I did my rewatch, I was like, oh shit, that's Art. Ah, baby Art. And then, yeah, whatever. But yeah, I'm excited for Art. As far as the characters A, B, and C, I'm waiting for their storylines to develop more because right now they're more annoying to me than anything else. But I've realized more and more I'm not really for the comedic relief as much as I used to be. Like in my younger days, I loved the comedic relief. Now in my older days, I'm like, all right, if this is a drama, please get rid of that person. We don't need the comedic relief in a drama. We just need the drama. I just want the drama. So I'm waiting for their stories to develop more, to see more of them, and hopefully the characters themselves will grow on me the way the actors themselves have kind of grown on me. Imagine being late for class and then talking anyway. I'm sorry, I'm so focused on the fact that they're talking so loud. I'm like, imagine being late for class and then talking in class. I'd be lowering my head, like being so extreme. If I was that teacher, I'd be like, you need to leave. You're being disruptive. Leave. Is this sink outside on the balcony? I'm sorry. That caught me off guard. Okay, so I was like, okay, there's his fridge, there's his table. He's on the balcony. The sink is on. That means if you got dirty dishes and it's raining, your dirty dishes are gonna sit in your house unless you're gonna just wash in the rain. Use rainwater, I guess. Like the sink is on the balcony. I guess it saves space in the room, which makes me go, like, was this like a former motel that they turned into like study dorms or whatever, that like small apartments? And they're like, where do we put the sink? Balcony. We have no space in the rooms for a sink to wash dishes. Let them wash their dishes outside. I wonder, do you leave them to dry outside too? Is the drying rack out there? Or is that like the sink you're supposed to do your laundry in, and he's just washing dishes in that because it gave better lighting for the video? Like, why is the sink outside? How much are you paying a month for a sink outside? And also, if he has a scholarship to go to college for the swim team, all that stuff, he's on a swimming scholarship, and he's paying for the dorm, does the scholarship cover the dorm as well? And if there was a scholarship for his room and his education, wouldn't his room have to be on campus? I have questions about this scholarship. How does this scholarship work? Was his family like, we can either afford college or a place for you to live? So he was like, well, I got a scholarship to cover college. And they're like, all right, we'll pay for you to go live somewhere. How does this scholarship work? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, real quick, the whole idea of being an adult and not playing video games is stupid. Like, if you're an adult and you want to play video games, you play video games. You have fun with that. If that's your way you relax, that's how you relax. I play video games. My husband plays video games. We introduced our kids to video games as well. Sometimes they can just be fun bonding family experience when you play, like, you know, the Mario Karts and stuff like that. And sometimes you just need to go play by yourself when you jump on that Overwatch and grab your diva. I might be talking about myself there. You know, sometimes you just want to shoot something. That's how you get it done. You know, whatever, what matters is moderation. So with this character, they're more trying to focus on the fact that he doesn't have moderation. He just plays video games all day. He ignores everything around him. But the fact that it keeps going to, you're an adult, why do you play video games? Stop playing video games. Like, that kind of deal annoys me. Because, like, again, he just needs to learn to put it down for 5 minutes and just spend time with your family. But then again, it might just be a situation where he doesn't want to spend time with his family. He's not happy with anything around him. So he's lost himself in the games, which is understandable. And in that case, you just need therapy. Everything goes back to just go find a therapist. It's expensive. But your family's rich. They live in the Love in the Air house. You got money. That line, hold up. I haven't even gotten further than the line. He said to his father and his boss, because he works for his father's company, if you want to see more from me, you need to just go sleep and dream about it instead. Yo. I am over 30. And I would be ducking, like, okay, there's going to be shoes thrown at me. I'm probably going to get beat with a belt, or I'm going to be sent to go break a switch off of a tree. I don't know which tree, what switch, where to find it, but I will go find that too. Me over 30 would be too scared to do that. The look on the face of the mom, like, ah, oh, damn it. Here we go. Let me, how am I gonna settle this? Like, I'd be so scared that I was gonna get dragged by my hair. Mom was like, calm down. Ooh, man. Oh. it's also the pressure. He probably has zero interest in taking over his dad's company. Let's see where this goes. He probably does not even care about the company. It's just like, I don't want to do none of this. Like, imagine if they had fostered his love for gaming instead. Like, I want you to think about it. Think if you have someone in your family who's really into video games. I want you to really think about, what if instead of being told, don't play video games, you're doing this, you need to grow up, all that. Instead, they were told, okay, you love video games. Let's see what you can do in this. And then, they end up building computers or building gaming PCs. There's people who will pay good money to have a gaming PC built for them. Okay. Or if they end up joining tournaments and winning tournaments and going international. Shoot, in South Korea, don't they have like a whole like college teams for gaming? They probably have them over here in the States as well. Like, imagine doing that. What if gaming got them into robotics? Like, if you foster what your child actually wants to do instead of trying to aim them to do what you want them to do, you'll see a world of difference. Because if your kid is interested in following in your footsteps, that's completely different. You can foster that as well. I'm like, okay, they actually are interested in this. But if your child tells you, I'm not interested in that, or they've shown you, oh, I really want to focus on this thing because I really like this thing. There's so many ways to foster it. If my kid decides if my kids decide they want to be YouTubers, or they want to do gaming Twitch streams, I'm going to be like telling everybody about where to follow their Twitch stream. I'm going to be following their Twitch streams. I don't need to know what game it is, or I might not even be actually watching. I might be sleeping, but I have it playing so they have somebody in the room. I'll be throwing money. I'll be helping them to build it because that's what they want to do. And at the end of the day, your child doesn't need to be as miserable as you, or just because you find joy in what you do doesn't mean your child is going to find joy in that. Oh God, I hate dads like this. I hate parents like this in real life as well, because you're pushing your child to follow in your footsteps and do what you want them to do. Why do they need to follow you? Why do they need to have a traditional path in a workplace, in some job that they end up hating because you like your job, or because you had to do it so they have to do it? Why? Just imagine if his gaming was fostered instead of it being, well, you're our oldest child, so you have to come work for us, so you got to do this. Oh, imagine how much more peaceful this house would be. And then he, of course, is blaming the mom. The dad is blaming the mom. Like, oh, you spoil him. That's why he's like this. No, she might be spoiling him and not pushing him in any way to, reach out and do whatever it is he wants to do. Maybe that is there, but you're also really hard on him, and he probably just doesn't want to interact with you. You've built a wall that you need to break down because you're the parent. You go break down that wall, and you need to change the way you speak to him. I think a good example of it, of a parent breaking down the wall and realizing they need to really reach out to their child until they can get to that place where they've had a conversation, is My Secret Love, the series. Kim's mom would wait up for him. She would always try to engage him. She did what she needed to do to reach out until like a situation happened, and Kim finally had to really talk to her and let her know what was going on. And he realized his mom is there for him, and she loves him, and she cares about him, and just wants to know what's going on in his life, and is happy with whatever the outcome is. And it's because she was the one who kept reaching out. And the stepfather, he kind of just chilled back. He gave Kim the space while the mom kept hovering and reaching out and all that stuff. So he didn't have two parents doing that. The stepfather did his part, and the mom, she did her part to really reach out to her son and get them both back into that place where they were talking again. And now we have a situation where the mom, she probably sees how hard this dad is on Juan. Rax is between us now. She probably sees how hard the dad is on him. So that's why she's coddling him or spoiling him or whatever the dad sees, because he's so hard. So why would she also put another like metal hand on his chest, giving him more pressure? She is trying to step back, and in turn maybe she is spoiling him with it, but it still comes down to the fact that it's all because of you. You're the one who needs to back off. You're the one who needs to break down the wall. Maybe I have daddy issues. Just keep in mind, I'm not a therapist. There's no therapy here. I am the one who needs therapy. But yeah, this dad, oh gosh, I don't know. He's probably really hard on his oldest, and the younger two just, we'll see, because the younger two seem to be close to each other. So maybe they just never got all the pressure because one took all of it. And his internet friend heard it all. So they're gaming friends. Gaming friends are real friends. Let's get that straight. Let's get in there right now. Gaming friends are real friends. And gaming friends can be there for you. Someone did a post once about how someone had forgotten to turn off their mic and had just received news that their uncle died or something like that. And one of the persons in the chat was just like, hey, you forgot to turn off your mic. Heard what happened. I am so sorry. And, you know, was really there for him. And there was also a guy who did this post. I thought it was beautiful. He and some guys, a group of guys, they never met each other. They had been gaming for years. And he invited them to his wedding. And I think they were his groomsmen at his wedding. And that was the first time they met for his wedding. Beautiful. Remember, gaming friends are real friends. Like, they are real friends that can be there for you because it's real people behind the computer. It's not robots behind every single comment page or, you know, whoever. There's real people there as well, and those real people can really be there for you and be there to comfort you and when you need it. So internet friends are real friends. Gaming friends are real friends. Okay, so we're getting in flashback what has happened so far. So that means Dean and Parm have already ridden home. Like, Parm has already ridden home with Dean. And Dean has already done the whole, like, them introducing themselves back and forth. And then, like, stops the car and looks over. I'm still single. That line was top tier. Just him turning and mentioning the fact that he's still single. And Barbara's like, I'm also still single. Like, oh yeah, we're getting to know each other. I just need to know if you're available. All right, you go ahead and put your number in my phone. I'm gonna call you. We add in scenes too. More interactions. Oh my god. So cute. I love Fluke and together. I do. I think everything they do so far is so adorable. I haven't seen the Sunshine one. Is that what the one where they play music? I haven't seen that one yet. I haven't seen that one. So what I've seen, they're so adorable. But like every time I'm reminded that is actually a year younger than Fluke. I want them to do stuff where is younger. I want that. I'm not tired of it. I don't mind it either. It works both ways. Fluke can be younger, Fluke can be older. I would love to see one where Fluke is actually the older one and he can still be really sweet, really, you know, quiet and all that stuff. And character is younger and brazen. I want that. Somebody write that and send it to whatever studio, please. I'm going to give an idea to somebody who has more time on their hands because I'm not doing it. Just credit me, please. Take the na-na-na-nas from different Thai shows and also songs that say na-na-na-na in there. So, oh, na-na, what's my name? Like that would go in there. And there's a reggae song that's like, oh, na, 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 na. That would go in there. I believe that was Beanie Man. I'm not sure. I believe it's Beanie Man. And there's a bunch more out there, I'm sure, because na, 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 na is such a... na, 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 na. that is big time rush. Yeah, just take all those and then take a bunch of the nah from BLs specifically, not just every Thai show, the BLs, and just put them in a video together. I think it will be perfect. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it will work. So there's gonna be some audio changes. The baby was asleep. The baby woke up. The baby might make some noise. So, all right. So Dean met Parm and reminded him to remind Team. So of course he had to tell Team that he's actually gonna get a ride to school from Dean. And then Manao revealed that she and Glasses Glasses are, I've been calling him Glasses since I saw Until We Meet Again. I never bothered to learn his name. I was like, side character that will never be the main character in this. Glasses. They had lunch together or something, and then he walked her to the bus stop, whatever it was. And then she tried to take it back and say, oh, no, that's not what happened. And then now, the important part, Team carries Parm whatever food is a sandwich, whatever it is, that Parm has made for Dean. We're getting more of this. And the look on his face, like, for me? Why did he give this to me? He is so excited. It's so cute. There's 2 sandwiches. Is it like 1 ham and 1 cheese? Like, why would you bite into 4 loaves of bread all together? That's the part I don't get. Like, why not eat them separately? Why are you eating the whole thing as one? The wind just like drags him out. Like, all right, come have breakfast with me. Like, oh gosh, this is too much. Oh, wait, where's the sandwiches that he got? How comes he got noodles in front of him now? How many foods he eaten? I mean, I know Team is a grown boy, but he's 19. One, I think it's funny that Win called his brother stupid. Two, Till just showing up out of nowhere and be like, hey, isn't this that first year? Okay. Like, I see you, player. That whole thing. Hilarious. But 3, now I know what that flashback was when Team was getting ready to jump into the water. You know, we see 2 little kids in water and you know, one screaming and all that stuff. And now we get an idea of what it is with Team. You know, when he gets asked, do you have any siblings? He just says, not really. In other words, I'm guessing his only, was it 2 boys? So brother passed away, which is sad. That sucks. So we're looking into that, which makes the whole drowning part of the storyline as well even sadder, because imagine if that happened, like the family would have lost both their kids to drowning. Oh my gosh. That is my, I mentioned that the baby is in the room, right? That is the baby playing with the toys in the corner, like, go over there so mommy can record. But oh my god, that's so sad. All right, so Win and Team have finished their breakfast of noodles, the breakfast of champions, I might like to say myself, I guess. They finished their breakfast. There was some flirting. He talks about the tattoo below his trunks that only Team has seen. Yas. But the conversation between Win and Till in the classroom, where, you know, Till is going, hey, are you sure you want to pursue this? Remember what Dean said? I don't know what Dean said, but Dean probably like made some kind of rules like, hey, look, if you guys are gonna pursue someone in the club, please don't, unless you're gonna be serious about it, because like there was probably some like deep conversation happening there. I want to know what the conversation was. I want to know what he said to them to make him be like, hey, are you sure you want to do this? Because no one seems to be stopping Win. It just seems to be more of a, you sure? Okay, well, I hope you know what you're doing. Like, we don't want any issues in the club now. You have to report your relationship to HR if you're in the swimming club. Oishi, oni lemon. It's not oishi, but I just had to. So Win goes to Team in the dressing room to give him the drink, which we're going to, of course, get a little shot of now to be like, this drink, whatever it is, like, drink it. It'll make you a swimmer, whatever. And, Win is like asking Team how is his record looking? Is he meeting the criteria for the swim team? All that stuff, just talking to him. And then he like goes close to him nose to nose, saying he's trying to give him support, gives him the drink, and then of course eventually kisses him. And so my thing is, Team is trying to wipe away the kiss. I guess he's just trying to put a new sensation on his lips, like, because you're drinking the drink anyway that he gave you. Like, I will wipe away this kiss before I drink the drink he gave me that will give me warm fuzzy memories of him. Yes, that's how it works. It will totally work. Sir? Oh my god. So when Dean was leaving, I was like, he wants to go see Farm. Cool. Brooke is leaving too? Glasses is leaving? How long was he and Manal on the cover getting to know each other? Like, how long have they been getting to know each other? What? I love Sammy and how expressive she is with her acting and like these little things. So like when he's by himself at the pool, we find out that B and C are only studying communication arts because A is studying communication arts and they just followed him. They're probably going to follow him to jobs to like, which companies are you applying to? All right. And what are you going to say in the interview? Can I see your resume? Okay. Like, oh my gosh, BNC just followed him. But I love Sammy. I'm at Sammy now. She's just walking, just I love Sammy's acting, which is funny because I'm like talking about how the comedic relief gets on my nerves. Sammy, nothing she does ever gets on my nerves. I just love her. That's the problem. I just love her. Maybe I'm in love with Sammy. I might have to unpack that one. Who isn't in love with Sammy though? Okay, so talking about casting, and she's auditioning for something. So I'm like, are we finally... I gotta pause it. She just said she's not as pretty as her other friends. Oh, you're beautiful. Because you're Sammy. She's quirky and awesome. But anyway, what I was trying to say, like, does this mean we're gonna get an introduction to Dell? Because I'm like, the actress who plays Dell and the actor who plays Dawn are both in my only 12%. So please tell me they're coming back for this. I need to actually watch the opening properly and see who is in the show. They could be in the opening and I wouldn't know. I watched the opening sort of once. I just went, yay, Dean and Parm, yay, winning team, yay, Manal glasses, and moved on with my life. So I'm guessing this means Alex has met Parm now. I'm guessing that because she talks about she's a rock. So I'm guessing Alex has noticed Parm and came over and asked for the sandwich and was asking him out. And Parm was like, I'm good. I'm good. Please go away. I'm good. I also love the chicken feet that are really soft. And from now on, that is how I will show people chicken feet. Like, have you ever had chicken feet? And then hold up my 3 fingers. Have you ever had, okay, so it's chicken feet with barbecue sauce. That's basically all it is, but you just put some hot sauce in there as well. Delicious. And actually season it. Don't just throw barbecue sauce on it, like, after you've done what, no, you season it and, dip it in that barbecue sauce and everything. Make sure the whole thing cooks up. It's delicious. Okay, that was cute. they're in the locker room, and B and C are talking about how hard practice was, while also being scared to look at Win as they talk about it. And then they're asking Team, like, hey, you want to head home together? Team explains he drove. They're like, yeah, we'll walk with you. He's like, I have to wait on a friend. But he looks at Win before he says this. And then when everyone is out of the room, he's walking past Win, and he says, I'll wait outside. If you're too slow, I'll leave you. Listen. If you're too slow, you find your own way home. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh god. It's so cute. Is Win about to test him? It'll suck if Win actually tests to see how long Team will wait for him. I hope he actually, like, you know, hurries up and gets out there. But it's so cute. He's so cute. They're so cute. I love them. They're adorable. Oh, Win's packing his stuff up. He is going. He is not testing it. Oh god, they're so cute. 2 episodes in a row? 2 episodes in a row? Oh my god. And he walked back. He's going back in the room. I'm like, oh, they're kissing by the pool. Whoa. There's cameras here. I knew that scene was going to come. But I didn't think he was going to actually walk back. No, throw him up against the lockers. Rip his bag off him first. Ooh, yeah, unbutton carefully, because he'd have to sew those buttons off back on that shirt. That is a school shirt. Nobody's gonna see us, right? Oh, he's right. Like, what if somebody does come back in? Like, oh gosh. Okay. All right. That is a way to end it. Hold up. I'm not ready for the previews. I am not ready for the preview of the next episode. I am still stuck at the ending of this episode. Like, there was throwing against lockers. There was a quick conversation of, hey, what if, this doesn't work out? Or what if I got bored? Like, then we'll break up. So, from the breakup, there was some talks about the relationship. Like, he also said, this relationship, it is like no one's taking advantage of the other, right? Which is a good question to ask, or because he is the vice president of the swim club, and he is a new member who is trying to get a certain position in the swim club, trying to represent the university, trying to, go win some medals. Especially, he's a good swimmer. No one can deny the fact that he's a good swimmer. But they do have to think about the fact that people might say he's has an advantage because he's in a relationship with Win, and Win is the one keeping time and giving them their training schedules and all that stuff. So, valid thing to really discuss. You got to report your relationship to HR. I said that earlier, and it's kind of coming back. Man, I've never been thrown against a locker. That looked fun. Oh god. They had a talk-ish, of course, of like, kind of trying to figure out what Win is into, and if Win, does this often, as he is the older, more experienced one. And Win made it clear he's never taken anyone to the locker room. So, my boy Team is special. Whew. This was, like, not gonna lie, in the middle section there, I was kind of like, it's an episode. It's cool. At the ending there, I was like, oh, no, they really did it. In the locker room. At school. Hey. Let me watch the previews for the next episode. I need to cleanse my palate. Oh, and before I cleanse my palate, I should add, I like that, you know, when Win and team were like up close face to face by the pool, you know, Win said kiss me and then like waited a beat, you know, giving team the chance to be like no or push away, and team was still pressed against him, so he went ahead and took the kiss. Win is the king of consent. And then again, he's like, not out here because there's cameras, and he doesn't drag team with him. He walks to the locker room and lets team walk himself. So team follows him, and that's giving him the okay to, you know, go to the next level. Everything he's giving a pause to let team decide what he wants to do. Yo, Win is the king of consent. He's a king. So next episode looks like a doozy. Okay, we're gonna see his nightmares, and he has very active nightmares. His trouble sleeping. I remember in Until We Meet Again, there was mention of the fact that team has trouble sleeping when he went to go spend the night at Win's place. So yeah, we're gonna see some of his trouble sleeping. He's getting ready for a competition. He talks about not sleeping before a competition because he's so nervous. Boy. So yeah, I am excited. With worry. I can't wait for next week, man. I can't wait for next week. 2 episodes in a row. 2 episodes in a row. Okay, yeah, I'm excited for next week. I cannot wait for the next episode, the next installment of Between Us. Everybody's doing a great job. Everything looks amazing so far, and I can't wait to see where Juan and Till's story is going to take us as the I'm going to call them as a secondary couple, because we all know what happens when Dean and Farm, okay? If you've seen Until We Meet Again. If you haven't seen Until We Meet Again, but you're watching Between Us, what is wrong with you? Go watch Until We Meet Again so you can see the blickies and their story and enjoy you some Earth. Get to see him act happy, then sad, and then dead. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode of Time for BL. Hopefully you'll have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, and good night, whatever it is, wherever you are. Bye.